Hey, Ethan.
Mike,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Your beard is insanely long. Hello.
Oh, hi. Oh,
I'm Micah.
Hi.
Veronica Plath stared out the window of her childhood bedroom, now just a temporary refuge, watching the sun set over the sprawling Plath family farm. The soft orange light filtered through the curtains, casting long shadows on the floor. It was a place steeped in tradition, discipline, and expectations. A place where family was everything, and every decision was made with the collective in mind. But Veronica, she didn't want to be in the family anymore. She rubbed her temples, the weight of countless arguments pressing on her chest like a storm about to break. The farm, the rules, the sermons, the expectations, they felt suffocating. Her parents, Kim and Barry Plath, believed in a strict, conservative way of life, raising their children with a focus on obedience, faith, and family unity. But Veronica had always marched to the beat of her own drum, craving independence and a life beyond Plathville's rigid boundaries. Tonight was different. Tonight she was done pretending. The family dinner was typical, large, noisy, filled with chatter about chores, Bible study, and plans for church activities. But under the surface, tensions simmered. Veronica sat quietly, pushing peas around her plate as her brother Ethan rattled on about his woodworking project. "Veronica, you need to participate," Kim said sharply. "We all share the family responsibilities." Veronica's jaw tightened. "Mom, I'm not like you. I don't want this life." Barry looked up from his meal, eyes narrowing. "What do you mean, you don't want this life? You belong to this family. That's not up for debate." "It is up for debate," Veronica snapped. "I'm 23. I'm not a child. I want to make my own choices." The room fell silent. Her siblings glanced away, the weight of her words hanging heavily. Kim's voice trembled. "Veronica, you're part of this family. You don't just walk away." Veronica stood, chair scraping against the floor. "Maybe that's the problem. I want to walk away." Veronica's bedroom became her fortress. Her laptop hummed quietly as she scoured city apartments online, places to start fresh. The idea of a small studio apartment with a balcony, in a bustling city far from the farm's rules, made her heart race with excitement and fear. She texted her best friend from college, Lily, who had long encouraged Veronica's dreams of independence. "Veronica, I think I'm finally going to do it. Leave." "Lily, you should. You deserve to live your own life." "Veronica, but how do I even start? What if they never forgive me?" "Lily, then you live for yourself. That's the only forgiveness you need." Veronica closed her laptop and breathed deeply. Tomorrow, she would tell them for good. The next morning, the kitchen was busy with the usual routine. Barry was tending to his morning coffee, Kim was preparing eggs, and the younger kids were getting ready for school. Veronica took a deep breath and said, "I'm moving out." The room froze. Barry's hand trembled slightly as he put down his mug. "Moving out? Why?" "Because I don't want to live like this anymore. I want to find my own path. My own beliefs." Kim's eyes filled with tears. "You're rejecting everything we've taught you." "I'm choosing myself," Veronica said firmly. The days that followed were a whirlwind. Phone calls were filled with pleas, anger, and tears. Family meetings tried to convince her to stay. But Veronica's resolve only grew stronger. Her siblings were torn. Some felt betrayed, others sympathetic. Ethan, her closest brother, struggled to understand but promised to stay connected. The family's dynamic shifted, once tight-knit, now fragile. Cameras captured every tear and tense word, a raw look into a family at a crossroads. With a small suitcase and a heart full of hope, Veronica left Plathville. Her first night alone in a city apartment was lonely but liberating. She painted the walls bright colors, played music loud, and finally breathed freely. She found a job at a local bookstore, joined a community group, and began rebuilding her life. One evening, she called her parents. "I'm not asking for permission anymore," she said. "I'm just telling you. I'm still your daughter, but I'm not living your life." Barry's voice was heavy. "We love you, Veronica. Always." Veronica smiled, tears in her eyes. "I love you too." Veronica's journey wasn't easy. There were moments of doubt, loneliness, and fear. But with every step, she grew stronger. Her story was one of courage, the courage to stand apart, to challenge tradition, and to seek her own truth. And in the end, family wasn't about agreement. It was about love, even when paths diverged.